So we started bringing her to the doctor to figure out why she lost all this weight. And, you know, she had a thyroid issue. And they started giving her medication. And she started coughing. She had this annoying ass cough. And then, you know, she had, you know, these episodes where she had a hard time breathing.
Okay.
But she would recuperate, right? So now, Friday, she's having a hard time breathing. I go over there, you know, I'm like, yo, bring her to the emergency room. But I'm like, you know, getting her into the way she's you know, acting right now, it's gonna be hard to, you know, get her dressed and put her in the car and bring her to the emergency room. So I called the ambulance.
She sound like a person that I was gonna say just don't let it come back. Sorry. I needed that laugh, you know. Oh man. So I feel like your mom wasn't a complainer, but you saw that in her, the sickness.
No, because when I got there, she was trying to make herself comfortable breathing. She was bent over, and she was,
wow.
And then, you know, like she was like, all right, I'm okay, I'm good. And then it came back, and then I was like, no, I'm calling 911. And then, you know, I called 911. The ambulance came, but they didn't. And then she you know, when the ambulance came, she's like, I need oxygen.
Oh, really?
And they didn't have any oxygen in the fucking ambulance.
What? Do you think it was corona?
I don't know.
Unfortunate, man. What did she go to Jamaica for? Business?
She lived in Jamaica.
She lived in Jamaica.
You know? I mean, but she's been here for a good while now, like at least a good 6 months, I'd say, maybe. You know, from picking her up from the airport and bringing her to the doctor and trying to figure out, you know, how to get her to stop from coughing and treat the thyroid issue that she had.
You feel so lost without your mom.
Oh my God. It's unbearable.
Oh wow.
Overwhelming.
Oh wow.
I feel weak in every sense of the word.
Oh wow.
You know? But what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do, right? I just gotta, you know, make sure.
Did you lay her to rest yet?
No, Monday.
That's gonna be very hard. I just want you to know that, you know, I lost my father too, so the funeral, the viewing, everything is hard, but when you put her down on that dust thing, it's just a wrap. You're going to lose it. But when you bury your mother and everything and you come back, try to see if you could get, like, even if you have, like, a good friend or better yet, go talk to God, but you got to get it out of your system. You understand? Whether it's through exercise or whatever, you got to get it out. And it's okay for men to cry, okay? So if you need to cry, it's okay.
Listen, I've been crying
like
no
a weakness.
Baby. I've been crying like a baby.
Yes, you probably didn't cry for a long time. You need to get that cry out.
Sometimes, you know, I drop off a passenger.
Oh, man.
Drive down the road, pull over.
I'll cry, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, cry. Get it out. Right. Yeah, that's good for you. That's good for you. That's good for you. I hope you have an understanding partner, you know what I mean, that could just listen sometimes. How's that?
I'm single.
You are? That's good too, you know.
But, you know, I got friends flying in, family flying in, you know, the support group is tremendous.
That's good.
You know, and I think I'm going, you know, I know, you know, laying her to rest is going to be hard. But, you know, I had to write a tribute yesterday.
Oh, okay. How was that?
That was
hard?
It was hard. I could barely work. What it would take me to do in 3 hours took me 4.5 hours.
If you don't mind, when you drop me off, can I pray for you?
Sure.
Yes, I would love to pray for you. I feel like you have a heavy burden right now, and it's okay as long as you have that support, you know, somebody to support. If it's even one person you could go talk to. And I'm glad that you said that when you feel like pulling over to the side and crying, you do that. Because a lot of times they tell men that it's weak to cry, and it's not. You just go ahead and cry if you have to cry. That's fine. You know?
You know, my father, you know, him and my mother's been together for 54 years.
Okay, so, good, okay.
So, you know, I worry about it.
Oh man, yeah, yeah,
Because,
yeah.
a lot of people, after they lose their partner,
They give
they
up.
really kind of like end up
Mhm.
dying over a broken heart.
Yeah, yeah. That's real. That's a real stuff. That's a real
It
stuff.
is real.
That is
And,
real.
I told him that.
Oh wow.
Dad, I need you.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't have you dying over a broken heart.
Okay, so you feel like when you see him, right? Do you feel like of course, he just lost his mate, right? Do you feel like he's like done? Like he's like losing it a little
he's
bit?
strong. I mean, his memory wasn't that great.
Okay.
And, like he's still, like when it first happened, days after he like asked me, if she's dead.
Oh really?
Yes, and like.
Oh no.
The first time it did it tore me up. Second time I realized, this is something we might have to deal with for a couple of years. But then, like after I spoke to him about it, he kind of like, I guess, realized that, but, still, he'll talk to his friends and he'll be like, yo, my wife died. And he speaks to them every day. They know that she died. That's why they call him. That's why they're calling. They're checking up on him. So, and he's waiting to see her in her dreams.
Yeah.
He's like, 3 days have passed by and I haven't seen her in my dreams. Why didn't she come see me?
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, Dad, maybe she came and you don't remember. And he's like, no, what I remember. What do you mean, what I remember?
Yeah. My Jamaican system, I get it,
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah. So where you go? You gotta send your mother to Jamaica or she gotta bury up here?
No, she'll bury us still.
Okay. Wow.
And our mother, we can't tell our mother. Our mother
alive?
Our mother, 95-year-old.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like, the day when it happened, it's like she say, Bev, like, when Beva come back? When Beva come back, Bev, like she feel it. And then it's like, she not hear from her. And it's like, yo, nobody know what and tell her. It's like, yo, I forgot, go down there, go tell her, be with her.
Oh, should I Jamaica? Yeah, somebody. Yeah. Okay, I have met an Asian man on the bus, and he told me that 2 of his siblings died, but they couldn't tell the mother, and I think it's so horrible. Some way, somehow, somebody have to sit with them and tell them, because I think they should get closure as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know it's hard, but
we don't want to tell her at the age of 95, and then that go speed up her
but then guess what? You see, if you don't tell her and she find out, she's gonna feel betrayed. You know what I mean? So it's a decision you guys gotta pray over and make that decision.
We talk about it every day.
Yeah.
Every day we talk about it.
God will give you the answer. If you, yeah.
Hey Trish.
What's up, Fitzgerald?
Howdy.
Just calling to see how the hell you are.
I'm holding up, man. I'm putting my best foot forward,
Yeah.
It's rough though,
Yeah. I can imagine. I'm so sorry, Fitzgerald.
I know, and I appreciate it.
I really am. I don't even know what to say to you, but I'm hugging you through the phone.
And I appreciate it, trust me. I know you. I know it's straight love from you guys, man.
Absolutely, I'm sure. Well, I suspect that I'll see you soon.
We're having the 9-night on Sunday night.
Yeah, Chris was telling me.
Yeah, so.
So I guess we're just waiting for the information.
Right. I got to make sure I get it to you. Sometimes, I go and I try to text information and I just got to put the phone down because,
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it. How's your dad?
He's holding up, I stay with him. I stay with him most of the nights,
Yeah.
because destiny brings him comfort. So, I try to have it there with him.
I can't even imagine what he's going through. I feel so sorry, so sorry. I would never have suspected your mom, ever.
And it just happened, like she wasn't in a bed or, bedridden, like she go to the gambling house. She probably went to the gambling house 2 days ago before she died,
But I'm so confused as to just what happened. It's like
when I see you, we talk about that. Right now,
Yeah.
right now I'm driving. I got a passenger,
No.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
even imagine your mom, it's your mom.
Right.
All right, well, I suspect I'll see you soon, Vince. I just wanted you to know that I'm thinking about you.
Thank you. It's appreciated. Thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, later.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have times when you break down and everything, but and then with all the people calling, I know you keep like when my father died, I got tired of people telling me I'm sorry. I mean, I know they had a good spirit to say it, but it just was like you said, overwhelming. If you've never been through it before, you won't understand. But that's the one thing I want to say about to people. It's like we think that we're going to have our loved ones forever, for a long time. We don't know the day or the hour. We don't know. So that's why I feel like we should treat each other nice while we have, if we have disagreement, we get it out in the air. You know what I'm saying? And let it go, because at the end of the day, it's really not important. You know what I mean?
Like, me and my mother, we had a great relationship.
That's good.
I do anything for her.
That's good.
Anything. I mean, I care who are vexed. My dad is vexed. My sister want to be vexed. She want to go to the gambling house. You want me to bring her to the gambling house? Come. I bring her.
Wow.
Everybody vexed. No, she gambled off the whole lot of money. You know how much money she lose? Like, yo, but this is
the
what makes her
worst,
happy.
yeah.
You
You said she was how old again?
72.
Oh, wow.
I expected at least another 8, 15, 20 years,
Yeah.
Because her mother and father, they both lived to be in their 90s, so she got long life DNA, but, with COVID and everything in the mix.
Them strong compared to our little stupid generation, They've lived longer, But the 92-year-old grandmother, so I feel like you got 1-2 people, like, man, like delicate right now,
Right.
I pray for your strength. I'm going to pray for you before I leave.